So good morning to all. So we will be having a very short presentation about the RIT activities, and then after that we will have a visit all the lab facilities. Before we would start, we thank NAC for sending a light team to our institution to review the activities that are happening at our institution. We are privileged to present our activities in the committee. We take this as an opportunity to present all our activities, and we hope we look forward for suggestions and feedback. So, as we mentioned yesterday, we are focusing on four major verticals. One is the funded research leading to PhD, then plus the funds and grants, training and consulting are second vertical. Then the third is the incubation and entrepreneurship, which is third vertical, and fourth one is the international collaboration. So through our presentation, we will understand how these four verticals are equally being given importance and what is progress that is been made in the last 3 years and what will be our roadmap further. So we have a vision and objectives. Very quickly, vision is MS institution blossom into a knowledge hub of national importance in niche areas. So that is our vision, and we have set various objectives, and these objectives are on par with our vision statements. So for R&D activities to be monitored successfully, we have an R&D policy. We have an R&D policy. Then we have a principle concerning research. Then we have an advisory committee. Then we also have an R&D budget. Then we have an APR policy in place. Then we also have an MS incubation policy. Plus, lots of resources that are available from interopen.com are available for students to access. And most of them are research books. There are more than around 500 books available, and all of them are e-books. And we specifically prescribe this to our students for access. So my colleague will be able to show you the files that we have in support of this activities. So the policy book, the committees, and the budget aspects. With regard to PhD scholars registered, we have around 10 of them in the EC department, and Venkateshwar and Mangala Gauri are in the process of submitting their research thesis. We have set a target of December. So by December, they will submit the maximum. That's the maximum, sir, because of the smart board concept. It's a smart board. It is fixed resolution. So Mangala Gauri and Venkateshwar are in the process of submitting the thesis by December. We have set a target for them to submit the thesis. They have finished their comprehensive viva, and all of them are almost in the process of completing the comprehensive viva. And already we have set a target to them. And the target is they have to complete the thesis and submit it by next March, April. So we work with certain mandate, and accordingly we try to ensure that the faculties in our college are being supported to carry out their R&D activities. Similarly, we have two research scholars in the electrical department under the guidance of Dr. Aparab Judge, and one in mechanical department under the guidance of Dr. Badrinath sir, and one from under guidance of Noor Ahmed sir, who is right now not here. He has changed his job. These are the various ongoing projects. So we started with 40,000 grant from VGST, and we got a 10 lakh grant from AST and RPS scheme, and then we got a 45 lakh grant from IATC and NSTTP scheme, and then after that we got a VGST grant for Center of Excellence. Then again we got a AST RPS scheme from AST RPS grant for e-manufacturing. Then Center of Innovation in Science and Engineering and VGST. So totally it's around 1 lakhs of grant that we have got. Further, apart from all this, we also have the
That was over the period of 3 years.
Yes, sir, over the period of 3 years. So we started with 2012 with a 40,000 grant. In 2013, we could get around 26 lakhs of grant, what we received. In 14, it's around 40 lakhs, and 15, it's around 20 lakhs, 28 lakhs, and 16, it's around 38 lakhs. So next 3 years, we'll be continuously getting 38 lakhs of fund from various research agencies. Because it's all 3 years funded project. So these are the projects which we have applied and approval is still in the process.
You have got in RPS without accreditation?
Yes. We got it in 2013. We got 2 RPS and 1 FDP from AST. Accreditation was not mandatory. So we had applied at
It is mandatory.
For a 10 years old institution. If it is 10 years old institution, then we are eligible to apply for AST fund. So that is the minimum criteria according to AST norms. These are the projects that we have applied. One is this NEIN program, that is New Age Incubation Network, and Dr. Padillan sir is the coordinator. And we are also working on a robotic monkey, which is able to show a demo of it. Again, Dr. Padillan sir is the coordinator for that. Then underwater sensing, it is mine and Dr. Padillan sir. And bioinspired navigation, so it is my activities there. And we have submitted that proposal in association with the NITK, Surathkal, but we couldn't qualify in the first round of the, it was rejected. They told that, okay, your project doesn't align with the importance of national importance. And then we have also applied for DO estimation for NRB. Review is in process, we already attended 2 reviews, so they will be called for 3rd review process. And then LNA itself for RF content, we had applied for ISRO, it was in 2015. Now we have been selected and we are called for the 2nd review process. And the projects that are awaited are around 195 lakhs. And apart from that, we have submitted various other projects to various funding agencies, but we have still not got any response, and some of them are in the process. These are all the various projects, and we encourage all the faculty members from all departments to apply for various funding agencies. And we also collaborate with various institutions like Bellamar, Avian Aerospace, government arts college from various parts of the country. So let me also very briefly tell about the kind of research work that is being done in our institution. We have lots of videos which we have prepared, and accordingly we try to demonstrate what is the kind of work which is being actually taken up in our institution. So the Visual Information Processing Lab, which is under the Dr. Rehana is the mentor for this COE. So the kind of project that we are working is, we are trying to work on various aspects. One of the important aspect is this bio-inspired systems. Let me show a small video. It's an open video available, and let me tell you what work we are actually trying to do. So it's a video which is being prepared by Department of Defense US.
Micro air vehicles, or MAVs, will play an important role in future warfare. The urban battlefield calls for tools to release warfighters situational awareness, the capacity to engage rapidly, precisely, and with maximum damage. MAVs will be integrated into the future Air Force air sensing systems.
So this is the work which is being taken up by the government of NP Minecraft Forum. So the project is, they are trying to design small micro air vehicles. They are very, very small in size. These air vehicles, which are very small in size, should autonomously navigate by flapping its wing, and they should even crawl. So that is the project which has been taken up by Government of India under NP Minecraft scheme. So to develop that micro vehicle, there are many institutions who are part of this process. So what we are actually doing is, to ensure that this micro air vehicle has to autonomously navigate, we are trying to build the compound eyes of the micro vehicle. So the compound eyes basically of an insect, there are around 10,000 facets that are available in an insect. So to ensure that the insect is able to autonomously navigate, we are talking about a bio-inspired system. So the bio-inspired system, all these days, people were So this bio-inspect system, people were working on motion estimation and other kind of an algorithm. But for the first time, we are trying to use the Richard model. This Richard model was developed in 1958, and after that it was not in use. So we have developed the Richard model, and this Richard model, whatever we have developed, we are trying to deploy it on a micro vehicle for that vehicle to autonomously navigate. So this is the project that is being done in our institution, and in this Center of Excellence, we have 2 scholars registered for PhD, and 4 MTech students have already done their MTech project. There are 5 students doing their B project, and almost 20 students have been completed their project in this domain. And we have 1 funded research project from AST RPS. Then we have around 4 laboratories that are supporting this process, and we have filed 2 patents. One is on developing the Richard model, a modified Richard model for autonomous navigation, and it's a bio-inspect model. And the other one is we are also developed architecture for DP-CWP computation. So that is another very significant contribution that we have done. So these are the various things that have been done under this story.
Camera will be fitted to the vehicle or it will be by GPS?
No, sir. The vehicle will have the camera. Vehicle will have the camera, but it will have only one camera. From one camera, all this velocity estimation has to be accomplished. Can you get the RPS file? Yes, yes. Plus, they are also working on another interesting project, that is the Langur monkey project. So here the project is we find that in almost all the rural areas, this monkey penance is a bigger process. So monkeys get into the field and then they try to attack. Destroy all the crops. So earlier to hire Langur to scare away the small monkeys. But what happened? Maneka Gandhi, she had brought in a constitution wherein all the animals should not be employed. Then what happened? Many state governments employed security guards, asked them to wear Langur clothes, Langur kind of a thing, and they were trained to make 17 kind of vocals, and they were trained to put in the field for scaring away the monkeys. But suddenly, what happened? This efficiency of this, human beings was very less. Every few minutes they will get tired because they will make 17 different vocals. So the project that we are working on is we are trying to build a robotic Langur monkey, which can be like a Langur monkey, plus produce 17 kind of vocals. So we have done a very simple model, and we were able to, we also had a similar problem in our college. We were able to put the monkey, this is the monkey whatever we have just designed, but it's a mechanical project, and we are trying to just build the electronics part of it. And there were lots of monkeys in the electronics department that are coming and destroying the lab and all. So we had taken a monkey there and we had kept the monkey, and by seeing this monkey, all these monkeys were get scared. So the project here is this monkey, whatever we are trying to design, is able to produce 17 different vocals. At the same time, there is a camera available on the monkey which is able to scan the entire region, identify the number of monkeys, and depending upon their attitude, it will start generating the vocals. So that is the kind of the research work that has been done by our faculty members and students. So we'll have a demonstration of this working, maybe once we have the presentation done. And every state government is spending around 60 crores to just prevent the monkey disease. And we have applied this project for NASF, or we are asking for around 1.2 crores of money. So by when this monkey started making voices, all the smaller monkeys they were frightened, and some of them were attracted to see what is this, some new monkeys. We also have a center of excellence in underwater sensing and navigation. So there are many projects that are going on in this COE. One is the processes to develop an underwater vehicle, and that is done by mechanical department. So this is the underwater vehicle, and this underwater vehicle will have all these sonar, all the electronic gadgets available on it. But the vehicle has to autonomously navigate underwater. Plus, once the vehicle is able to navigate, we are also trying to build a sensor to understand what will be the pressure, what will be the temperature underwater, and depending upon that, the vehicle will be able to navigate. Thus, the sensor is also designed to understand are there any other objects in the vicinity. So that is the sensor that is being designed. And we have also invested around 10 lakhs of money on procuring these hydrophones. These hydrophones are also available with us. We are using it for various experimentations. Plus, the biggest challenge is if you have an underwater communication to be established, RF would not be able to work. So we need to have an acoustic signal. So we are trying to build an acoustic model which can be used for transmission and reception underwater. So that is another project which has been done by one of our faculty members. So we are trying to develop an underwater modem which can take any data, transmit that data, and depending upon the underwater channel, there is lots of loss occurring on it, and the system is supposed to be able to detect the signals and extract information. So we are trying to develop an underwater modem based upon various aspects like water encoding and modulation, demarcation process. And there are around 4 students doing a project in this domain. And one of the projects is done by Azra Chirani, where she is trying to take the images underwater and remove the noise from the underwater images. So this is the underwater project what we have developed. So we have extensively, exclusive tank which has been constructed, and this is the underwater vehicle what we have designed by the mechanical department, and we are trying to mount all the electronics part of it, and they are able to we are trying to test it whether the system is able to navigate. So the motors are designed such that we can make the vehicle to go forward, backward, left, right. It can go even down, and we can control the depth of the vehicle. Now, this is the vehicle that has been designed. On this vehicle, we are trying to mount all the electronics part of it to our analysis. Project what we have for every project these things you are going to show to us actual cases. This part of the site, but others are working. But they basically so the vehicle is able to go even down, sir, and they are able to control the depth of the vehicle. We also have a center of excellence in BCI, and Dr. Badrinath sir is the coordinator. I request Dr. Badrinath sir to say a few words about this.
Good morning. One of the research scholar is working on this particular project. So I have to just interact with them for collection of the data from them regarding happiness, emotions. So it's all the basic emotions analysis and the classification using different algorithms. And all the signals that are generated in the mind when you feel happy, when you feel sad, are different types of emotions that we capture from the various sets of people. These are name word people, and then different characters, male, female, etc. All those tickets are being. Paper has been designed as a scheme, and according to that, using the different factors at different levels and conducting this particular experimentation. A happy situation is shown to them, probably when they Mickey Mouse movie is shown, and then they are made to get excited, and then particular happiness comes to their mind. And that's been recorded. Now, out of that, signals that have been received, collected, is again analyzed using the MATLAB code. And further it is classified and condensed. Based on that, the particular results are going to be used for color analysis. Whether, for example, maybe in an industry, a person who is going to enter the particular division, in the beginning itself, advertising we can, it identifies the happy already. So probably we are coming out with the concept of identifying by just looking at a mall, having a picture of it, find out this signals, whether it is a notion of happiness or not, so that you can get it. So if that action talks about what is going on, and as the action process how the waves are being analyzed.
I'm a research scholar, my name is Margaret Gowri from this department, and my research guide is Dr. Silvia Raj. He's giving me extensive guidelines in doing this BCI research. Like my work is on EEG based, it is a biomedical signal through which I will be connecting that to a device. It is a portable, small portable device, very cost-effective device, finding neuroscan mind wave sensor, which is being purchased in R&D. And we are doing lots of BCI research using that portable device. And we can use this device for getting funds also. Like the main aim of this research is by using this biomedical signal, we can extract the emotions, that is at different situations for different genders of people, that is at different situations and for different sections of people, we can extract the biomedical signal.
So, when we have used this COP, have you tried to design sometimes sensors on your own instead of importing this? And secondly, have you tried to do, the emotions which comes with the image processing and the brain signals? Have you tried to match this that the correct results are obtained?
Actually, so there are different biomedical signals. This
You are working on
EEG, ECG, and VOG. So in that we are using electroencephalogram, which is being transmitted to the brain, and we will get the electrical potential, electrical activity.
I understand. So have you tried some time to match that just for the records and
Like analyzing the algorithms and the classification. Definitely, like I have that in my mind.
and the base emotions.
Yes, maybe it's to
I don't have only surprise, I don't have only very emotional state. I may have these emotions. So in that case, how you will report that?
because when we are happy, we will from the device that we extracting.
I'm happy and I'm emotional as well.
Yeah, that's
How
how
it will
a
report that?
normal person will be emotional, and he will be happy inside, but can't really express that. That also is one point. But when he is really happy, that is really at that particular situation, when he was happy, we have extracted the signals. And we have found that it is been matching with the frequency, because for gamma it is lying at a higher frequency. It is from 30 to 80 hertz. It can go beyond 100 hertz also. And the amplitude is 1 microvolt to 100 microvolt. And the least frequency for that EEG bands is, it is delta, which is at 0 to 4, theta 4 to 8, and alpha it is at 8 to 16, beta it is 16 to 30, and the higher frequency. So at a higher frequency of gamma hertz, we will definitely be prove that it is at a happy situation. And we can say that it is some excitement is there, and this theoretical aspect of it is being proven.
Is it the happiness index?
Yes, sir.
Or you are feeling is it standardized around the world or depends on the?
So I have collected IEEE transaction papers, like where it has been proved that the happy
Why
situation.
I am asking, what is the happiness in India? May not be comparison.
Very good, sir. Very good. That is what my question was. And your expression and your emotions, does it match?
So most important is what is your standard, and where from you go decide of the period, so that will be categorized. Then only for activities is the remedial. 90% of the 90. So anyway, this
The work is good, very good. We are just giving you direction, you can have it.
Lot of data and also the population aspect.
Yeah. seen around 40 samples now, right? And the service guiding in a very
Which agency is
extensively, super way.
This is covered by.
So actually, we are part of this BioNTF forum, sir. That is National Business Research Forum.
Okay.
So we are part of the BioResearch Forum. So they have submitted the about 240 crore grant from Government of India. So we are in that process. And in the next 6 months, we will get the funds for the research of whatever has been done. In the last 1.5 years, whatever progress work we have done, so recognizing that they have made us our college as one of the university forum.
And
They still we are not having
India into the user ultimately.
so, sir, India is a forum which is trying to develop the technology which should be given to government of India. So, the purpose of this bio process is to develop insect silos. So, wherein they will try to understand the way how to control the insects which can normally help them to navigate. And on that, there will be lots of sensors which are mounted to
It's quite interesting. We can dwell for hours on that. You have any counterparts collaborations with medical people?
yes. So, St. John's Research Center. St. John's Research Center, that is in Bangalore. Dr. Mahesh, he is the collaborator for us, and he has given us a mandate to work on this project.
I will give you name. His name is Dr. Ashok Mahapatra.
Ashok.
He is on the brain side. James Delhi. He has consultation to create a new so that Bhubaneswar is the director. So he is coming back to Delhi. He has a lot of patents in neurosurgery with the brain cells and all that. Maybe internet you can see him and he's a very nice person to help in our company. Also a social activist also. It cannot be only engineering.
Yes, sir. It requires lots of doctors, plus neurosurgeons, neuroscientists, and even
In a good
the psychological process.
we are also testing good.
Sir, two more very interesting things that we are also doing is we are trying to work on stress monitoring in elderly patients. And there's a lot of work and we see all the red marks there with us. So the project is every elderly patient we have a cap mounted on them. And this cap will be able to monitor the stress component in elderly patients. As the stress component increases to a positive threshold, we have mounted a system which can transmit the GPS location of the elderly patient to a device. Plus, we also try to design an audio video system inside it so that the person nearby can immediately help the person and also communicate with the colleague. So that is a project that is being developed and very shortly we will give a for it. But we have a version 1 model. Plus, we also had another company coming to us and asking us, whenever somebody is trying to do an exercise in a gymnasium, what is the stress level? So we want to monitor the stress level and now understand how does the stress level keep changing as he progresses in the gymnasium. So that is another product which is also being made and we are going to develop a complete product for that process.
In leisure hours, I will give you a problem related to the old age people. Something related to brain and second. Yes.
Fine.
Go ahead.
And so this is the architecture that we have actually developed, and that is the work what Madam has trying to do. So the complexity here is there are 26 electrodes mounted on the human brain, from which we get the data. So if there are 26 inputs coming to the system, and each system or each sensor we have to extract around 5 different bands of information. So there are 26 into 5 different architectures or processing or filters are required. So if this processing has to be done, it cannot be done on a microprocessor. So we are developing an FPGA architecture which can completely do this process, and that is research work what our Mangalore Madam is actually working on. And as Madam told, we are not trying to interface the face emotions to the PCI because that is another important aspect, and it is difficult for us to much more on this aspect. So we also have a center of excellence in smart systems. So here, there is another very interesting thing that's going on, sir. We have members of nanohub.org. It's a very interesting forum. Once we are a member of nanohub.org, lots of universities like Stanford, Pennsylvania, all the top universities of Bristol, all of them are part of this. And from here, we can access all the resources online which are available in those universities. So we are extensively using this nanohub.org and we're able to access Southampton laboratory, Stanford University laboratory, MIT laboratory, and all the laboratories. And they have lots of tools available. And all the tools are available free of cost for students from India. When we registered in this website in 2012, there were only one person who are part of this process, that was Manipal Institute of Technology. But today, we are able to promote this in all our activities, and there are more than 300 people only in Bangalore who are part of this nanohub project. So we are able to encourage students as well as faculty members to use these facilities because lots of resources are available. Plus, there is another very interesting thing, that is the memshub.org, particularly for MEMS process. All the tools like ComSolve, CommonWare, multiphysics analysis, all these tools are available free of cost. And if at all you would like to buy this tool from anywhere in India, it will cost more than 20-30 lakhs. But since they are part of this, they are able to access these tools online. But the simulation time, the total time involved will be, there will be some delay. But however, the results are going to be very accurate. They also support us in helping things manufacture. So here we are working on two important projects. We are trying to develop some sensors for cervical cancer and prostate cancer. So the process here is, in India today, there are lots of women who are suffering from cervical cancer, and it is found that around 30.6% death occurs in women because of cervical cancer. And similarly, prostate cancer, around 7.8% death occurs because of prostate cancer. And it goes undetected until the patient reaches a critical stage. So what we are trying to do is, we are trying to develop a sensor which can be used at an initial stage. So the sensor will be available in a medical shop. The person has to just buy the sensor and drop a blood or a urine sample, and that sensor will be able to immediately screen whether they have a cervical or prostate cancer. The sensor is going to basically detect the presence of prostate-specific antigen or cervical-specific antigen, and we have designed antibody which can detect this antigen. And for that, we have developed electronics, which is basically based upon CNTs, carbon nanotubes, and we have done the simulations. We have also fabricated one of the small design ICs, small sensor using the inkjet printer, and we couldn't test it for cervical cancer, but we tested it for glucose samples. So we were able to do all the other simulations using nanohub.org. So this is one of the work which has been done, and there are students working on it, and there are two research scholars working on this process. Similarly, this is the design, which is a voltage controlled oscillator, and this is working at 30 gigahertz. It's a VCO, and it is based upon carbon nanotube FET. That is again a work done by one of our students, and she has designed a VCO because all the VCOs today they work at maximum of 10 gigahertz. But by using CNT FETs, we are able to demonstrate that from 10 gigahertz, the frequency of operation could be increased to 30 gigahertz, and that is what the design what we have done. Plus, this design, to do this design, there are no softwares available today, and we cannot access enough softwares. So what we have done is, our Ravi Kumar, so he is our software engineer, software expert. So what he has done is, we have taken the libraries from Southampton University and MIT. There are lots of model files available for CNT FETs. We have taken the model files from them, and we have developed a software which can integrate these model files. And then we are able to develop the GUI environment which can help us to design all kinds of electronic circuits which can support CNT FETs. And that is another
experiment you down there, you are doing this in research.
No, sir. This is another process where the model files and library files for CNT FET, which have been fabricated and developed by Southampton University, they are using it now. And using the library, we have developed a software which basically uses this library, and we can develop all the possible analog and digital circuits which can simulate, which could be simulated.
Now, what exactly you are doing? Are you developing kind of?
We are developing a software.
What that software is doing?
Which could be used to design and model and simulate all the electronic circuits using CNT FETs. CNT FET is a transistor. And that transistor is available from Southampton University.
You will be using MOSFETs difficult for fabrication.
No, sir. For that there is no fabrication facility under MOSFETs because it's a CNT effect. MOSFET supports only high K and CMOS circuits. Currently, no fabrication facility supports CNT effect. But Southampton University has a fab facility wherein they manufacture CNT effect.
That's what I say. Most of the experiments are done there.
Yes.
And they are putting in the site.
Yes. Yes.
You are taking them.
Yes.
And you are modeling or simulating whatever it is.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What is the outcome of your simulation or modeling?
So now the circuits that are available from model files that are available from Southampton or these universities, I cannot take it and carry out any kind of experiments. I cannot design an ADC, I cannot design a DAC.
That is not possible also here.
No, it is not possible, sir, because there are no simulators available. Currently, Cadence or Synopsys, these are the simulators, they don't support these model files. They support only MOS model files.
No, you are developing a simulation.
Yes.
Method.
Yes.
What it is going to finally give?
So we can demonstrate that by using CNT FET, we can verify the functionality of all the analog and digital circuits. Functional verification will be done. Yeah.
So actually, I have developed this product. So currently, this product is primarily used for research purposes. In the sense like we are developing some circuits, say over multiplexer, 6 ramps using CNT as a mathematical model.
Yes.
Same thing is compared with MOS technology, and then various parameters like consumption, power dissipation, and the timing. The advantages of CNT over other technologies as a research work as usually used to do. So the problem was that in India, in the world also, there are only very few students which are supporting nano, Stanford, through Synopsys school. So many of students are not able to have this software, which is pretty expensive. So 2-3 MBA students have done this using our software, and they have tested this.
Some of these CNT couple now give best simulation modeling, development of analytics and all that. It's very much going on some institutes. Place like going now, we are going Indian mechanical.
For CNT, Synopsys is HSpice with Synopsys supports.
Maybe it's different dimensions. Okay, it's good.
So we also have a 3D printer facility wherein we can design, model, and also fabricate certain models using 3D printing. So we have a demonstration. We have also designed certain components. And these are all part of the smart system activity. And Azatama is the coordinator for this process. So this is the work which has been done by our student. They are all here. So this is the process by which we ensure that students are involved in research. So these are the students here who were actually in second year of engineering. They were not having any intuition towards research, but they had an idea that they wanted to build a flapping wing vehicle. They wanted a vehicle to be made to fly like a bird. That was their process. So when we started off this project, I told them, okay, if you're interested, okay, let us start. So what they did was, they studied all the birds like crow, eagle, and so on. They started building these kind of paper models in their hostel, and they were able to make it to fly. Understood what are the characteristics and how does this flying object behave. And they understood that for an object to fly, the wings, flapping is a very important process. So they wanted to ensure that there is an electronic, there is a motor which can help the wings to flap. So they designed a gear mechanism, and to design that gear mechanism, they did not have any resources. Then they designed this simple system using the ice cream sticks that are available. Where they take a small motor and they are able to design a gear mechanism, connect it, and then they are able to make it to fly. So when they wanted to connect these two wings, there is a lever over there, and that lever was not available here. So what they did was they took the umbrella levers and they introduced it there so that it would flap. That was the design what they did. And as they started doing experimentation with various processes, they finally understood that they have to design a gear mechanism which could meet the requirements of the flapping wing. And that is where they understood, okay, they need to study CAD drawings, they have to understand the mathematical modeling, they have to learn software, they have to understand mechanical process, and that is how they got interest into mechanical engineering. Can you tell about your experience?
Actually, because government
Yes, sir, yes. Sir. But finally, sir, they built.
Second year is
Finally,
mechanical.
they started from second year, sir. Now they are in final year, sir.
Just curiosity. The university allow any student to go to PhD or not? Right?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
You are meeting the university and the committee. Was something that you graduate student or research oriented.
Each node has
UGC is not allowed. You can make a proposal to the university. Ultimately, MTech you are not able to get with students. How MTech online you can correct MTech. They take years time. And 2 years so you go to PhD. The opportunity there you can go to PhD. They are interested. Make a proposal to the university.
Sir, this is the scholarship scheme that we are working with. We just started this year, sir. We found that there is a very good scholarship from Erasmus Mundus for nanoscience and nanotechnology. And there are 4 universities offering this scholarship. Each university is able to take around 8 students every year. And every student will be getting around to 24,000 euros per year. So we have projected this to our students. So what we do actually, sir, we identify the technology and research areas that are compatible to our research topic, and then we identify certain universities and we create an awareness among our students. Currently, what we were able to successfully inspire 3 students from EC department, and these 3 students since last semester vacation they are working with us, and we are able to make them to work on nanotechnology, nanosciences, and BCA. And there is a very good scholarship available for these students. And for them to apply for a scholarship, they do very good number of scholarships. Similarly, we have also identified in Leeds and Sheffield University, there is a particular scheme which offers scholarship of around 1,500 rupees per month, pounds for students, which can take care of all the tuition fees, accommodation, and everything. Plus, the RMIT University in Australia and Flinders University, they offer this full rate scholarship for students. And we've identified certain students who are going to work on this process, and 1 or 2 students from this team will also be involved. So we wanted to make sure that these students from our college are able to get masters, but it's a preparation process. We have to prepare them 1 year in advance. So we know the deadlines, and accordingly we tend to work on the process. So with regard to the training activities, we are not only involved in research, we are also involved in the training process. So MS Practice Training and Research Activity Center, the management is able to support us to set up a training activity, not only in this college, but they have given us space of around 1,000 square feet in the heart of the city. So they have a trust office. In that trust office building, a track facility is established, and we train around 70 students per year. And we all collect fees for the students, and we try to use that fees for various purposes. But it's a commercial entity. We try to ensure that all the resources that are available within the institution, both the hardware, software resources, and the faculty expertise, during vacation we conduct these programs, and we try to ensure that the knowledge is disseminated. So if at all they want to get a training on VLSI design,
How much was charged from the students?
madam, we charge from 5,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees in total tuition fees for 1 month program to 6 months program. If it's a 6 month program, it is around 30,000 rupees, and if it's a 1 month program, it is 5,000 rupees. The process
they have to go in vacations.
only for vacations and past students.
But you don't have 3 months vacation.
No, not for our students, sir. It is for everybody, but after passing out. Once they have passed, anybody can come. We have students from MS Architect, students from MS RE College. Various colleges are part of this process. I think we have all the data activity find, sir. Today, in VLSI design, if at all somebody wants to undergo a course in any of the institutions, we are charging 1.5 lakhs. That is the total amount of courses for VLSI design. We are charging only 30,000 rupees to ensure that the expertise, whatever we have, are utilized and they are also being supported. So there is a scheme for faculties also. If they are involved in the training process, they get an incentive. Similarly, very interesting thing, first time in the country, a university has started a process called Mission B2 Empower 10K. I wanted to specifically mention about that. Vice Chancellor of VTU, they found that there are lots of bright students available in rural parts of our state. And these students are not getting an opportunity to get into campus recruitment process because most of the campuses visit only top colleges. So the Vice Chancellor ensured that we would like to take those students and train them free of cost. And to train them, they wanted to have an association with a center like MS College. Since we had expertise in DLS design and embedded system design, the VTU University gave us the opportunity to conduct a program called Mission VTU program on DLS design. So we conducted there are around some 600 students enrolled online. And out of 600 students, we selected 54 students and we trained all the 54 students with a fees of around 1,000 rupees. Just 1,000 rupees of the fees charged by the student, and the entire fees was sponsored by VTU. And we could train 54 students and place all the 54 students in very good companies, and for which we have been getting awards from VTU. Similarly, we also did a program on embedded system design. Even that also we could place all the students, and this is the closure report that we submitted to VTU. This is the first time in Karnataka this kind of programs are being done, sir. So we have prepared the complete course structure and the course plan and the course syllabus. This is all as per the industry requirements.
Certification from VTU.
Certification is from VTU plus industries. So these are our training partners. So we have partnered with Cyber Semiconductors, Tiny Chips, and Cranes. They were the partners for this program. And before we could formulate the program, we also had industry partners like System Controls, FTD, Cytec, Coral Technologies, who were able to tell what kind of syllabus that they are looking for. These are all the students whom we selected from various colleges across the state. They were not specifically from Bangalore. They are from Gulbarga, Bidar. They are from all parts of the state. We have selected all the students from various parts of the various colleges, and we have trained them.
Do you have I don't see it now?
Yes, sir.
It is mostly for EC and
Yes.
So similar programs VTU must be having for other core departments.
Yes.
Like civil mechanics.
Yes.
Why someone is not taking up?
So actually, there are other colleges who are being identified as motorcycle engineering, civil engineering. But our college is for electronics.
VTU is giving the extra grant to the college?
Yes, sir. They are getting grants for this. Around 2 to 3 lakhs is the fund given by VTU. And the students are not charged. It is all sponsored by VTU. And we just charge around 1,000 rupees for student to take care of the.
Tax grant plus support from them. So their fees will be paid by VTU.
Yes, they will be paid by VTU.
That's separate.
Yes.
That's separate.
Yes.
Where do they stay when they come for training?
So they have to make their own accommodation, and they are identified certain beaches where they can stay.
To make it more attractive, we would provide some accommodation.
Actually, it's not that in this campus, it is done in the city. Because it is accessible to all the industry persons as well as the students. So this is the industry meeting that we conduct, sir. We had invited all the industry experts who are the recruiters. So they came and told what kind of syllabus, what kind of skill sets they are looking for from a student. So based upon almost 3 rounds of meeting, we could format a syllabus, and according to that syllabus, we could train the students. And it's a completely sponsored program, and all the students have got the placements.
And your faculties, you are paying.
Yeah, we are giving incentives.
Charging.
No. For the faculty, we give incentive of some nominal incentives are given because it's part of their process. It's incentives are given to faculty from the VTU grant. VTU grant. VTU gives us a grant, so from that grant we give the incentives to faculty.
Show us that on,
It's all there now.
that they have given.
Yeah, it's there.
Faculty is how we even,
That is a separate file available.
So that-
Yes. I think they are there. I think we got some. These are the passed out students who just came and gave the feedback on last year. These are all the placements, whatever students have got from various industries. So another thing is we are also trying to do an industry skill development program for electronic students, and that is done by ECT department. So just very quickly, so we have identified these are the following modules which are not part of UT syllabus. And what we do is every semester, starting from third semester for 20 hours, we'll have around 3 hours of free time every week. So we engage those students and we teach them from third semester onwards, and we provide them around 6 level certifications. And once these students are able to get this 6 level of certification, these students would be able to get the knowledge of industry requirement, and further, those students who are able to really do well, they are able to even help them in placements. And we started this from last year, and 2 levels of certifications have been done, 3rd level certification is basically in process. And again, the syllabus, whatever we identified, is according to the requirements of industry, and they are not part of the VTU syllabus. So we do lots of programs, and we identify the faculties who are involved in this activity. Plus, we also have a hostel students training program. Every alternate days like Monday, Wednesday, those students who are staying in the hostel, we conduct a program on MATLAB, Java, programming, Android development, and it is irrespective of all the branches. They could be from mechanical, they could be from any branch. We try to do the training for these students from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock on alternate days. And Chetan is the coordinator for that activity, and all students from all departments will be involved in the program. So we have lots of MOUs signed with various industries. Let me invite those industry persons to talk about their experiences. He represents Alliance Innovation.
So basically, our relationship with college has been about 2 years now. We've been working on projects, specifically the PCI. What we have also done is we have created a small systems innovation. So next to this, where the students are given access to hardware which they usually cannot procure. What happens in a embedded system environment is there are quite a lot of platforms. So if they really want to go into platforms, they have to purchase the platforms. So what we are doing is we are really using them and they can really borrow this hardware. There's a huge set of hardware we can start with them. So they can start working their projects from the stage. Along with this, there are a couple of more entrepreneurship activities that we have. So this is how we do that. Our interaction is not very good. Like 2 of our developers will come here and assign students something like this.
The recruitment will be up to 3 years. Good interface.
Yeah, particularly what we do in our class is we design products that will enable other developers to like talent. So like controllers, sensors, we have around 100 products.
When did you start that company?
In class around 3 years old.
The person the same.
And since we kind of felt okay, both are looking in the same direction, so I thought like
Alex Innovation.
So we have another very young personality, Professor Mache. He's an athlete, marathon.
Thanks. More than marathon running, we are set up what is called number 12 internet competition. We have set up what is called the digital bookstore. Digital bookstores are virtual bookstores and they are website of the college. For example, there is a D-bookstore in the side of what D-bookstore does is it enables students to download individual chapters of books. Because what happens is most of the places students need more to download their photocopy chapters, and photocopying is illegal. It's against copyright laws, intellectual property, and authors don't get it, publishers don't get it. So here they download chapters and they implement the publishers. Number 1. Number 2 is it also enables faculty of this college to upload their material. This material uploaded in the deep bookstore of MSc Engineering College is available to students across the world. Whether they come to the site in the bookstore of MSc Engineering College or the digital bookstores of their colleges. So once,
How many such things, according to this college are done?
as of today, there are 4 books. As of today, 4 complete books are there, uploaded from the faculty of this college. And another 14 books are something is expected in the next one. It can be course file, it can be single topic, it can be 1 hour lecture. It can be 1 hour lecture, because what happens is, the only criteria is that it should be academic in nature.
Like, you review it or you upload as it is they have given. So how you ensure the quality of content?
That is
Like,
very important.
Yes, it's a very valid question. The faculty are not allowed to upload content directly. There is an administrator from the college who ensure that one, the content that is uploaded is academic in nature, is not more particular. Under those everything is completely academic in nature, and he sets up a team here who values whether it is worthwhile, whether plagiarism has been done, or copied, or what's the quality of the content is given. Because it's a question of credibility of the institution. So since the credibility of the question of the institution is concerned, the quality of the content is also better in the institution.
concept is good, but probably more review and the expert from the same subject, somebody is required to put the content goes.
Yeah, the administrator does that. Administrator gets it reviewed. Because we do not undertake it, because we are a platform. We just set up digital bookstores in this college and in many other colleges. The administrator here, he gets the content and before it's
This team is very good.
yes.
But what we are seeing is there are too many available to the students. For them to choose itself, they also will take time.
Yes.
So that is why Madam said the kind of its reviewing, editing, public description, all that, once it is done, yes, so many things will be done in the books.
Yes.
And then difficult for the students to pick up usually the.
Yes. So there are various ways. Number one is this college, for example, vets every content that goes in. And it is also expected in other colleges that they vet their content that goes into the digital bookstores in their college. And independent of other colleges vetting, okay, this college has got a thing called tagging. So they reconstruct the content uploaded by other colleges and then tag it and say, yes, this we pass it.
This is doing biased stuff. Biased stuff. That means unbiased and kind of authenticity, use both, all those things will be because library or books or journals and all that, that is really, it should be very philosophical, philanthropic and all that.
Yes.
It should not bring any kind of corrupt practices.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We are very concerned about it. And the college shares it. We are very, very concerned about it. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Request of
Immediate organization of campus, that I'm working with. I'm basically technology commercialization consultant. I am from technology space. We assess through colleges which are having potential for commercialization. So earlier my background is I have 7 years of experience working on technology commercialization. There are commercial of around 8 projects which have been executed, done a technical validation and work on the other manufacturers on doing the commercialization. And initially my maybe the coincidence I worked with Dr. Smith for the first technology commercialization which he had filed already. So automotive in system which we commercialized in Delhi. Personally, it's CNC products in Delhi. So I've been working with this college with their multi-filed patents to the commercialization. You are one of the company? No, I have been one.
all of you go here. It's another few minutes, I have my students also.
You should be very careful about the timing. You have to go to departments. You know,
So another 5 minutes, I'll complete it. And then, so we have our professor, Professor Neelakanta, sir. So he was a faculty of our institution, but he has now become an entrepreneur. So he started his own company and he started to set up this solar plant. And he has taken a lot of initiatives in that.
Is it set up in here itself?
He's planning.
Planning.
Now, we are planning, sir. but yes, one component is trying to help entire, region.
Yeah. I was faculty 7 years. During my training here, we tried to set up lab on renewable energy. We conducted workshops on solar energy, and subsequently I became an entrepreneur. So I am EPC contractor. We have installed so far 3 megawatt capacity plants in Karnataka. The first plant in south itself on rooftop on poultry farm, 500 kilowatt peak we have installed. And we have also trained people from Mahatma Gandhi rural mission side. I think they are conducting regular programs and closely associated with it. And we are also trying to involve our students, MSc, from this college on various programs. And right now, 1 megawatt installation is going on near Kolar. That's why I requested him to send some students who are connected with that. And I've been closely associated with this college, mainly on renewable energy side, particularly on solar. Yeah, we have installed on residential areas 60, ranging from 5 megawatt to 5 kilowatt to 50.
Your renewable will only solar energy.
Yeah, mainly on solar. Then we were also planning to set up the R&D, the other biomass side.
How much kilowatt is costing these solar?
Solar right now 69 rupees per watt.
69 rupees
Per watt.
per watt.
5 kilowatt, it will be 69. Now it depends on the dollars price.
Yesterday itself, there was a news item. Build your, generate your own power.
Yes.
That thing, government is moving into the direction.
But government, yes, but we are not getting that kind of support from the government. Have attended few areas. Yes, they want to set up 1,000 megawatt.
Yesterday, there was a department of electrical engineering.
Yes.
Or RD department here. Telling that I want in my house rooftop 2 kilowatt. And give me the guarantee, just like inverter. I don't work with anybody, somebody. Sorry, inverter in my house. They put the battery, they put the circuit, they put everything. Person comes with the water in the battery and maintains it. Such a scheme should be brought in here.
It is discussed in the ward scale, particularly your area, this renewable energy, solar energy. Unless it is in a grid system, it is very much in a grid system, grid connected in USA, Germany and other countries. And huge power in the grid so that people will share. What is happening in our country, every individual is generating through the rooftop and all that, it is not connected to them. So in the process, heavy overheads, and it is not only becoming costly, it is becoming inefficient also. So since you are the expert, try to advise that in your government, state and all that, some kind of local grid, or national grid and all that. This is the future. It is only doing like this.
Okay.
It is anyway.
They
You are
did-
getting Chinese panel.
Yeah, we are getting-
Chinese panel.
we are getting Chinese. That's available. So far, we have installed 1.5 megawatt.
And I think it's still current also. Somebody is not using it to the grid.
No. These are all, they clear government policy. That
Government is having a party policy that also has come.
no, this grid connection, what we have done so far, they are all grid connected,
All grid.
on grid.
Right.
So immediately within a month, Westcom will make the arrangement to pay, because there is an agreement, power purchase agreement. It is the consumer and the
Right.
Westcom, there is no problem with grid connection.
Already there.
There are two policies. One, what is talking about the grid connected, where the producer is an entrepreneur who sets it right. Other one, what you are mentioning, is the rooftop project, where they are encouraging people at the decentralized generation. Every rooftop capacity of there up to not more than 500 kilowatt. 500 kilowatt.
Whatever roof.
Let us not discuss.
Earlier policy was suppose gigawatt capacity is for 10 gigawatt or 15 gigawatt, whatever. Now the new policy is just coming to force. I think from May onwards, May 2020 onwards. The rule says 1.5 times the connected rate. Suppose if you have connected 5 kilowatt, you can install only 7.5 kilowatt, provided that much rooftop area is available. And they have changed the tariff also. Earlier tariff was 9 rupees 56 paise. Now the 30 subsidy.
Yes.
Now the present rate is 7 rupees 8 paise. But this policy says you need not consume anything. Whatever you set up on the rooftop, the entire generation can be taken by this.
The earlier rule of net metering, the college can consume its power through BESCOM. They can fit into the grid. Also, what to do, they do the person minus metering. And they credit us the, but this grid connected is a, it's a different, can build. So that's a reverse tendering. This rooftop is a fixed price. Anybody, any rooftop, any quantity can sell it to the grid.
Rooftop, the capacity was constant was up to 1 megawatt.
1 megawatt.
Maximum 1 megawatt. Mainly dependent on warehouses and the quality farms. Wherever the sets are available.
You make him construct property.
Yes, not do this. Yes.
Okay,
So we'll continue very quickly. So these are the Indexis sponsored labs what we have. So we have a look at it. We have companies like Xilinx, Neosky, SolarTech, all of them supporting us. We'll have a look at all the facilities what we have. So we also have an IDC, sir. Let me skip to this because they are.
Just 1 minute. In which departments on Silence University program you have subscribed to?
Yes.
One is Vibro software and then hardware modules was
We have the
the
Z.
students kit you must have gotten no from Silence.
We have got Spartan 3, Spartan 6, Z board, Zinc.
Texas instruments also.
TI also we have, but that is for carrying out design experiments.
Texas Instrument yesterday somebody told me
Yeah.
that it is not a lab, it is only for the design contest.
Design contest, yes.
So you are teaching in the lab.
No, we have the unlock design PINA CAD from Texas Instruments that is given to us. So for which we have to apply and subscribe.
They have all donated. You have. the-
Madam, all this Bharat Electronics, Tiny-Chip, Xilinx, all most of them are even Cyprus. They are all donated to the process.
Donated.
Yes, they are all donated. We have applied online and we have got the grant. We have the documents also. We can show the lab facilities. IDC I'll skip through because we have various activities going on under IDC. And these are all our incubating companies. I would like to request students to very quickly tell about their process.
Good morning. So my name is Dinesh, from Mechanical. So studying final year mechanical. So my company name is Enmart Solutions. So we have about 6 people. So we started the company at second semester on March 31st. So under the guidance of Sir, so was so supportive for us, and also take so many time for R&D people for supporting us. So basically, the sector which we are concentrating is on the food, and I have started now as space, basically I'm participating on space technologies. So I have participated. I tell you what's my role in this. So I have participated in NASA design contest, but eventually I failed in that because of not having so technical things in that. So they said that the idea is very good, but you have to implement more things. So the plan to say that, so if you develop more technology in that and send us the idea, so it will be more helpful for you and provide all the resources. And say that, so if you are willing to come, you can come at your own cost. So that. So in answer there is something called as consolidated proposal. So if you want to participate in that, you should have a good background in that and you should have more technical more cost in that. Because that due to lack of ideas in me, so lack of knowledge, this is rocket ideas in me, I was not able to construct or make a model of it. So one of the professors from IISc, Dr. Reddy, so I made him because even I didn't know him, but I was going to the website because I wanted to find any resources people who can help me out of this situation. So I just made Mr. Reddy sir. He is a professor of IISc Aerospace Department. So he told that just meet me once, so I discussed all the ideas with him. He said that the idea is very good, I cannot sell something to ISRO. So he said that I don't know people from ISRO. So he said that I'll give numbers from them. So there's something people call as hobbies. So he's a company name, he's a great friend of ISRO's chairperson. So we have appointment with him this month. So we're going to planning to take appointment with the ISRO's chairperson. So say about his idea because ISRO is doing a lot of work today. So it's very proud that. And my basically role model is Mr. Elon Musk. So I'm very great fan of him because even I am waiting for him also. Regarding this, my companies have a good idea and good product. So recently, what happened is the Mars One product. So there are some people, there are some group of community called as the Mars One. So they're planning to send humans to the Mars. So even I sent them. So I'm trying to send all my ideas to people who are going to accept my ideas. It's been from 3 months, so 3 years. I'm trying to send them, but I'm not getting any reply. Only reply I got from is NASA. So this is what I'm doing because lack of contact and I have the resources, but I lack in technical skills. So I'm trying to improve. And Professor Reddy from IISc was helping for me and my team. And since also
Which company?
Enmart Solutions.
So electronic products?
Yes, electronic products what we are making.
Are you good with it?
Quickly comment
Good morning. I'm owner of mechanical
Speak little louder. जोर से बोलिए थोड़ा सा आवाज आ रही है नाश्ता किया
It's not here, madam. They are just about to get equipment.
There is third year and you have entered into it. What is the idea?
We started a company called Perform Media. On that Perform Media, we are promoting the new startup projects and brands. We have a small idea like creating an app and promoting from this. Like, we have an idea, got an idea. So we have created an app, which is an intermediate between the higher management and the students. Like other words, it is a notification app where we can send notifications between the higher management to the student.
Notification of management to students.
So
It's an Android app?
yeah.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. And all the best.
We have a company called Freshomet. I think the president is about to
No problem. We could understand.
So-
We could keep you can go.
So we also have an incubation cell. Basically, incubation cell
Where
available.
is this picture from? Do you have information center?
Yes, but not in campus. It is in the
It's
city.
the city, not trust office. That's why even the Mission 10K program was made earlier. The city office.
But that belongs to you.
Yes. Yeah.
So we have various facilities being provided to students, and we also have a small setup here, which you can also have a look at it. This is the BMSI design suite that we developed, and it was released by our Vice Chancellor and the principals meeting. And the softwares we have gone to various colleges across the state, and we have given training to various institutions. And these are the list of colleges to which we have also sold as well as given as a donation program under the university activity. So some of the colleges we have given it at a price, and some of the colleges who we feel that yes, if we can give it to them, they'll get publicity. So we have also done that.
You have shared yesterday.
Yeah, yes. Then this is another interesting work done by one of our students. He has started his own company, and here he has started to design a silk milling machine, an automated silk milling machine, which can extract the silk thread from the cocoons. And he has started his own company called Nanotech Innovation Private Limited, and he is into manufacturing of this plus many other products. And he is a student of our engineering college. Plus, we also have a company called ESOP, and we demonstrated we have developed a product which supports the first year and second year students. We have an app which is available, and that app has all the components integrated, and students will be able to access all the lecture notes, textbooks, videos, animations which are required for you to learn first year and second semester syllabus. Plus, this is a real-time virtual lab for which we got a funding from VGST. So we are trying to provide access of all the development kits which are available in our campus through online. Plus, the e-learning software is also available online. So that is the virtual lab, which is also will be able to demonstrate it. This is the product which I mentioned for elderly persons. So we'll have a demo of this product also, and this to only monitor the stress level, and then we have a product for we'll also demonstrate it for consumer interest and acquisition system. It's a very interesting thing. We'll have a demo of the product later. So this are the activities which are planned. So we are now in a TPL, also applying for MSME grant, and we're also looking out for funds from SCRC and CSIRI and various schemes for which we are already prepared. And whatever work we have done, we try to compare it and put it into this funding is for the aspects. So this completes my presentation, and I thank all the industry experts and for spending their time. We'll have a look at the facilities that we can.
Keep in mind also you have to finish everything this morning. Whatever is scheduled.
Some small suggestion to make to management also. To have a year or a semester a open house.
Yes.
Or holiday research. They will invite anybody on the topic. That they should know what some interesting things are being done. To have to face the society at large through some mechanism. So open house can be a method. Quality research day, whatever it is there, which will at least educate people what is the work being done. And you can invite general public, you can invite researchers, you can invite R&D people from others, you can invite defense people.
Okay.
ISRO, working with ISRO, IISc.
Okay.
This is one concrete suggestion.
Sure, sir. We definitely take that.
Another is certainly you are advanced on the students here, but the numbers will be large. So more and more of the students will come into the picture, because everywhere there is success, they are more intellectually sound than your students. In fact, only rejects are coming, not mind. That is a suggestion. And then third thing which I already said, work out in the university, good research-oriented, research-minded undergraduate student can do PhD in something. These are the concrete suggestions. Thank you very much. It's a good and conversation. And all the industry people have come. I think we should also thank all the people and taking the work and share as well. It is your institute, I think, is interesting and required. And manpower build-up will be like this process. Bangalore is showing in the today particularly. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.